Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So we have two things that we could do today. We have Chasing the Spinner of Nightmares, which is Hellor's quest for us. Or we have Your Bones Will Join the Myriad Others, where we find the entrance to the Ineluctable Prison. Both of which are pretty cool to do, and we'll probably just do whichever one is easiest to get to first. But before we do all that, I have looked in here and I have found that we have some new stuff. More specifically, we have this new decree. Northern Lights. Stargazers of Pelura's Shrine have shared their knowledge with the commander. For many years, they've been creating an artifact that could weaken the connection between Threshold and the Abyss by shining Pelura's Northern Lights down upon the fortress. The project requires just a little more work before it can be put into action. Requires 20 days to solve, which is quite a lot, but the commander will gain a powerful weapon that could one day affect the outcome of the entire war. That's very cool as a thought. Now, one thing which is making me not want to do that immediately is we are 500 logistics points off getting the next rank. So what I think we should do is we should do something to get us those 500 logistics points, then do Northern Lights. I think that makes sense. And then also, while we're doing Northern Lights, I bet this will come up. Yes, so this is going to come up in the middle of it, so that'll be fine anyway. So, how can we gain 500 points? Well, we have a little bit of finance points available. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back into this menu, and we're going to see whether we can spend like any money to make, well, you know, an upgrade that gets us logistics points. So, let's have a look at these ones. Now, we do have a few that have exclamation marks next to them. Maybe I should just upgrade one. Just cause I can. Yeah, let's see where our options are. Sinister Mansion, Cave Citadel. I guess I could upgrade Necromancer's Grave down here. Is that the one that's near Threshold? No, the one that's near Threshold is... Map? Yeah, so Mountain Warden is the one that I think is near Threshold. Yeah, we could upgrade this one. Cool, I'm going to upgrade you to the next level. Wonderful. Now we can enter, and we can build one building. Build. We don't have a lot of options in terms of buildings. What's this one? Only one supply center can be built in each fort. I kind of want to build shelter, so we need 105 for this one. So let's buy up 105 of these. That'll do. And I'm going to build a shelter. I'm going to build it in the corner. I see this corner there. Cool. Right. And that, I think, is going to give us enough. Let's just have a look. Well, that gives us 4,500. Yeah, that'll push us to the next rank, which is all we need to do right now. Okay. How are we looking on military? I should actually have a look at that as well. We're very close to the next military rank. We'll head out of this map mode. Back into this one. And I think we have some recruitment to do. Yes, we do. So if I could do my recruitment, I bet we would hit max military as well. So let's do that right now as well. So you. Is that enough military points? Not quite. Okay. We will keep buying resources then. Let's invest like, yeah, 70,000 in it. Buy up to the max. Buy up to the max. Buy up to the max. Okay, cool. You are then going to move your way down towards... where are you? You're over here. Yeah, you're going to move your way down that way. Cool. Then... wrong button. Then we're going to head back in here. And we're going to buy you. Cool. You're also going to head down towards the new alley battalion, down this way. And that should, in theory, have given us enough military points. 110,805. 110 is the amount that we needed. Aha, we've done it. Okay, cool. So that'll get us our military thing tomorrow. Now, we're not going to actually get our logistics thing for like another 3 days, I think. I think I just moved those two either side. But where do I do that? I would go... It's probably easier to go back into this map mode. There we go. Right, regions. Mountain Warden. 3 days. Okay, so in 3 days we finish that one. Right. So in 3 days, we'll have logistics ready. All of that's great. Okay. Do we head back to base? What is our what's our corruption like? Being camp, right? So we have no corruption. So we could, in theory, just go off and do something right now if we've got something nearby. We know. Let's see. Know the Spinner of Nightmares is here. That's not that far away. We should probably do Spinner of Nightmares then. Cool. It does involve going near Is. If we trigger anything that isn't like just the Spinner of Nightmares thing, then I'm gonna back off. Cool. Let's go. We might get fatigued. I'm just gonna hover over here in case we do. New day. Okay. And I believe we should have, yes, a ton of decrees finishing because we used the time skip. Fire Elemental creation is done, so we got Fire Elementals. We also got the Royal Parade for extra finance points per day, which is lovely. We also got finance points. Bastion to Fortress expansion is done. The development of the Art of War is the one that I want to push forward here. So that's military 1 day. Royal Conscription, recruitment growth goes up by 10%. We can do that one. Doesn't cost us anything. Do want to do another diplomacy one for enchanting or one of those things. Well, let's just get this one off of our list. Yeah, I don't really need it, but we'll get it off of our list. We're going to hold off on that one for 2 days. Wonderful. Right. Back out of here. And quick save. If we're not fatigued at this point, I think I'm happy to just move all the way to Spinner of Nightmares. I think I am happy. Oh, you know what we need to do first, though? Just to make our life easier, we'll move... Oh, wait, you're in the Hell Knights army, aren't you? Yeah, we'll move all of these ones now, rather than just leaving them all as like 1,000 armies. Right. You continue. We can then merge you into the Hell Knights. Wonderful. Next army, you've already moved. Continue. That is a lot of shield bearers going into the ally battalion. Do we have enough to make it there? Just fantastic. So we now have 1,700 shield bearers. Crazy numbers. Fantastic. Right, that got rid of that army. You are also going to head towards here, which you should have just the tiniest amount of movement, like, off getting there. Nope, you actually made it all the way there. Cool. We have 96 monks. We're actually getting quite a lot of monks now. Head to the Hell Knights. Wonderful. Move them in. Merge them up. That's another 300 here. Doesn't actually increase our power, but I feel much more secure about this army having 400 rangers than like, you know, the 100 or odd we had before. You're also going to head over here. I found when I click, it goes quicker than when I click continue. So I'm just going to click like that from now on. And Crusader Army 2 is also going to make its way over here. Cool. And that makes this screen a little bit more usable. Not having a million different ones there. Right. I'm also going to recruit up these guys if I can. Yeah. And they are going to head over to the Hell Knights. Now, all of our money from this point onwards for this week will be going towards building. That's what we want to do. In fact, we should probably put all of our money from this point onwards towards building. But anyway, we'll see. I still don't know if we need our armies again. If we do, then, you know, obviously I want to make sure that they're powered up. But if we don't, then who cares? Right, carry on. We should have some people who are fatigued at this point. Still no fatigue. Our buffs haven't even worn off. There we go. Now we're fatigued and our buffs wore off. Perfect. Right, we can rest here. It's not a new day, so we'll just do a rest. There we go. 9 hours. Demon Slayer Soup seems like a sensible thing to do here as well. It's kind of a major area. Let's go.
Before we eat, I need to test the food for poison or sedative.
Why am I not surprised that you say that while looking directly at me?
I kind of imagine Regil as the kind of person who wouldn't even be subtle about it. He's just kind of staring directly at the person. He's like, make sure you haven't poisoned it. Anyway. The lair of the malevolent cultist called the Spinner of Nightmares, located in the basement of one of the houses that, by some miracle, still stands in the suburbs of Iz. Am I mistaken, or is the Spinner of Nightmares going to be a giant spider? I think we already know this. I'm not sure, though. That's at least in my mind what it's going to be. Here's where it's just like a normal demon. Oh, hello. Be cool. Be cool, okay? Also, hello. Completely forgot that you would be here. Have just realized something here that's very important. Unequip. Equip.
Please, allow me.
Is he still around? No, right, use it. Now, why would we do that? Well, we do that because now our acid mod ability would apply to our, to our dinosaur. Look at that. Isn't that sensible? I think so. Anyway. Buff. And I'm going to do all the rest of the buffing off screen. Okay, so we're all buffed up and it's ready to start exploring. Let's go in. Hello. The Spinner of Nightmares illusions are the most incredible. They are far better than any fantasy. Good to know. Let's get ourselves in position. Is our party actually set up right? I believe that they are. We have that buff on. Let's go. Hello. The Spinner of Nightmares is our queen. Praise the patroness of pleasure, the Spinner of Nightmares. Little Baphomet statue. Never in my life have I been so happy. Just kill me right now. Alright, they're incredible. We've heard that one. Nothing else in here. You? Oh, hello. You the Spinner of Nightmares? Hello. You're very happy. My mind was so limited, but now I'm free. I've never dreamt it would be so great to be insane. So I'm assuming that the Spinner of Nightmares is up here. Definitely not a spider, as I initially thought. We can also remove that with athletics. That's kind of interesting. Well, I mean, if you're happy to let me explore, I mean, I guess I'll explore.
A trivial request.
Yeah. Okay, we'll loot this. Dinosaur bone. Sorry, bismuth. Okay. I guess we're, like, ready to go? This was not what I expected was going to happen at all. Hello. You see a short, stout woman with full lips, long reddish hair, and an insolent, lying and completely shameless eye. With an insolent, lying and completely shameless eyes. Hello, darling. Tired of serving the crusade? Care for some sweet illusions from the Spinner of Nightmares? I came for Laurie. Let her go immediately. The young woman makes eyes at you, and with feigned innocence asks sweetly, Really, Lady Crusader, did you come to save me? You're so heroic. The Spinner of Nightmares laughs merrily. The Spinner of Nightmares is Hellor's daughter? That was unexpected. You are really trying to convince me that you are Laurie? Seriously? Like you don't know. You mean you don't? Seriously. The Spinner of Nightmares starts laughing. She laughs for a long time, obviously enjoying the process. Then she calms down and wipes away the tears from her laughter. That's a joke, right? Hellor probably seemed entirely focused, reasonable, and reserved to you, but in fact, he's a complete psycho. Don't blame him for deceiving you. He doesn't realize he's gone mad. 3 years ago, I decided I'd have enough of the Pathfinder life. I met like-minded people and joined the Labyrinth of the Mind, a group of Baphomet's cultists whose heads Daddy Hellor was out to get. They were charmed by the mutability of the mind, the ease with which it can be tricked, and the wealth of opportunities doing so opens. I left a nice note to Daddy, asked him not to look for me, and then I escaped. But Hellor started to chase me. He got it into his head that the Spinner of Nightmares, an evil sorcerer, stole his favourite daughter. The only thing I stole from him is Mom's locket, which I took as a keepsake. She points at the unassuming locket around her neck. Hellor was always tailing me. He dragged all my beautiful ideas through the mud. He broke carefully implemented plans. A few times we fought face to face, but every time I won. But I didn't want to kill him, so I erased his memory and hoped he would finally get lost, but he always came back. Last time he snuck up on me, and so well, he almost chopped my head off with a single blow. I was frightened, started to fight with all my strength, and I thought I finally managed to break Daddy. I doubted he could heal from the wounds, so I hoped his hunt was finally over. But now you've appeared on my doorstep. When will it end? Okay, your father remembered you as a good person. When did you turn into such a bloody monster? Also, she's not glowing, which is interesting. When my mom died, I became the light of his life. But I never wanted to be the light of anyone's life. I have my own path, and Dad should have just made peace with that. Instead, he sends assassins like you after me. Are you sure you want our meeting to end in murder? Are you suggesting we part peacefully? Yes, I'm a smart girl. When someone like you comes for me, I realize that it's for my benefit to split before things get out of hand. I'd suggest a deal. You let me go and I go to the abyss, never to return to Golarion. However, Daddy Hellor won't leave me alone, even there. Well, you need to talk to your father, otherwise you will destroy each other. She frowns, letting the mask of a coy seductress fall for a second. Talk to him? Do you think it's possible? I'm afraid he'll try to kill me as soon as he sees me, or start sobbing and hitting his head on the wall, which will be even worse. I can't see him like that, but alright. The Spinner of Nightmares takes off her locket and stares at it for a few seconds and gives it to you. It's a simple gold trinket, allowing you to store a lock of hair or a portrait of a beloved one. This locket used to belong to my mother. Hellor will remember it. I charmed it. When you're near Hellor, just open it and I will appear there. I hope there won't be an ambush waiting for me. Now, if you please, I'm getting out of here. This den is not safe anymore. Daddy could send someone else to follow you. I created a quick save before I spoke to her, right? Yeah. Okay. I kind of think that there's half a chance, maybe, that this locket just like straight up murders Hellor. I open it and he just, you know, dies. Which would be bad. I would probably reload if that was the case. Otherwise, this is an interesting end to the quest. Not what I expected at all. Demon armies approaching. Whoa. Okay. Oh, multiple demon armies just flying down the bottom of the map here. Well, elementals. It's time for you to get in the way. They're not that strong, but their leader is. I mean, this is kind of the elemental spot. So, yeah. They might be going for the fort. I don't think they are, though. I think they're heading round, and they were probably doing a straight run to Dresden. Yeah, minus, I guess, this stone maze in the way, but you get the idea. Wait, are there more enemies up here? Wait, there are... yeah, there's two there. I thought I saw another one up here. Yeah, there's one right at the top. How did you get there? Right, Hell Knights. This one's for you. 67. Okay. That's as far as you could move. And I guess this army. You're gonna go there. Okay, that's fine. Well, now we have a question. Where's the... so the prison is down here. The way to get to the prison is probably Mountain Warden down. Oh, you know what I should build? I probably should have built this before as well. I guess I'll go in here and do it. I should build a teleporter thing down at Mountain Warden, now that we've upgraded it. Yeah, let's buy a teleporter pyramid. or whatever it's called. Not pyramid, that's divinity. Teleporter circle. That's the word I'm looking for. Wrong, what's it called? Shape. Words are more difficult than I imagined. There we go. Let's stick that in there. Right, leave here. Leave here. So now we can teleport down there if we need to, which is probably going to be our next location. I think I figured out what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to teleport back to Dresden. Because that gets us to this quest. Yeah, so teleport back to Dresden. Then I'm going to wait. I'm going to skip until it's a new day. Cool. We know demon armies are approaching. We're well aware of that. But now we can move these armies over and fight them. So let's start with this one. And we'll crush them, no doubt. Fire... Oh wait, we don't use Fireball anymore. We use Ice Storm. Cool. You're going to attack. They get to go. Summoned a very small number of enemies. Again, summoned a fairly small number of enemies. Probably should have attacked there, but that's fine. They took some damage back. Hey, we can walk in and attack. Let's do that. Run in. And run over. And then kill these guys. Nice. Hit them with ice. Little explosion is good. That's fine. Not a problem. Gonna move you out of the way to attack this guy. They killed themselves. Wonderful. Move out of the way. You can move over here. And get a couple of hits in. Water elementals can then move in and hit. A couple of times. Nice. Stab them. We did it. Wonderful. Okay, first army down. And then you're going to move down here. And we'll move you into the next army. Cool. That's fine, it's just really one enemy, I think. Wait, no, I think this one counts as an enemy. It doesn't anymore, it's dead, but you know, it did count as an enemy when it was alive. Right. Did some damage. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. That's fine. Move up here. And then attack. We win. Woohoo. We did it. Barely actually even needed to use our spells. Okay. Cool. You can now head back towards your bit that you're guarding. It's okay. That went pretty well for us. Hell Knights. Time for you to head all the way up here. You probably won't manage to get all the way to where we need you to get to. Actually, that's 30. That's 36. Okay, you can get this way. That's fine. Not elementals, but the fire elemental. Fire elemental. Where are you? Move you up here first, and then we'll see whether we have enough movement to move them into that army. I think we do. Perfect. Right, you're sorted. Ally Battalion can stay still. You're going to move up here as well. I think you're going to have just enough movement to make that work. Merge. There we go. 31 of them now. Carry on. Merging with the ally battalion. Perfect. Another 8 in there. We have 104 monks now. To be honest, these guys in this army look a little bit, you know, lost. We could probably replace them, but I'm not too worried. We haven't faced anything that we need that kind of strength for right now, so when we do face something that we need that strength for, we can always switch things out. But I suspect that there probably isn't anything left in the game which is stronger, given that we're level 20. Right. We have no... Well, we have some material points, actually. We could potentially do some more building as well. Yeah, let's use this opportunity to do some more building. Oh! The combat effectiveness of the Crusader army has increased. Yes, we need to attend their meeting. Right. Gonna head down here. Down to Mountain Warden. We'll enter it and do an upgrade. Right. What are we gonna buy? We could buy a Hall of Glory. Let's buy one of them. Yeah, let's do that. That seems fine. Okay. Awesome. That was all of our material points, right? Yeah. Leave here. And now we can probably just enter Dresden. Yeah, I think we're fine. Hopefully we don't need to reload the save from inside the Den of Nightmares, but, you know, if we do, we do. It's just the way of things. We should be okay. They wouldn't kill off the respecker. That just doesn't make sense. Although, there's a chance they do. Let's see. And... go. At least we're fully buffed up if she attacks us. Hellor. You are glowing, rather. Hey, Nenio. Wait, Nenio also glows? Wait, what? Why does Nenio glow? Hello? Oh. I don't know. That's fine. I don't know why Nenio's glowing, though. It's good to see you. What can I do for you? Would you like to renew your forces with excellent fighters? You and your daughter need to have a serious conversation. The Spinner of Nightmares appears beside you. She looks at her father anxiously. Dad, I want this feud to be over. You found Lori. By the gods, you brought her back to me, but... Hellor leans forward to embrace his daughter, but then stops as if he'd hit a wall. No, you are not Lori. You are the Spinner of Nightmares. Hellor clutches his head with his hands, trying to hold back this dawning truth. You're both my daughter, murderer, demon worshipper, traitor, all you. Hellor looks at his daughter, stunned. The walls he'd erected come rumbling down. Anger gradually replaces confusion in Hellor's eyes. His voice roars. Lori, how? How could you? What have you become, you? I saw what you did. I followed your trail and saw all those bodies, all those madmen, the abomination you created. Why, if your mother... Lori puts an end to Hellor's rage with a sharp slap to the face. She squints and hisses viciously. Don't you dare drag Mom into this. She wanted me to be happy, but you've turned her into an idol and wanted me to sacrifice my life for her. Lori, stop it. I've read your diary. You're guilty here and you know it. She shivers and stops. A strange expression, almost alien, freezes on her face. A tear runs down the Spinner of Nightmare's cheek. Dad, I'm sorry. Roaring with anger, the venture captain rushes towards his daughter in a powerful leap, but her words stop him like a solid blow. He drops to his knees, tears running from his eyes, his voice trembling with pain and grief. Lori, my daughter, or my girl, please, come back to me. Stop this horror. She shakes her head sadly. It's too late, Dad. I've chosen my life. I can't take it back. Please don't look for me. Think that I'm with Mom. One day we'll all be together again. Lori looks at you sadly. Thank you for this meeting, Naminde. I will leave you now as I promised, and I will never return to Golarion. Please watch over my father. Don't let him do anything foolish. The Spinner of Nightmares disappears with a soft clap as Hellor utters a desperate shriek and moves to grab her, either to embrace or strangle her. Oh my Lori, what's happened to you? Hello. Hellor looks somewhat better than he did when last you met. I mean, it's been about 10 seconds, but okay. But he's still far from cured. Commander, I beg you. I picked up the Spinner of Nightmares trail again. I discovered she has a den near the city of Iz. It would have been too risky to storm the place, and I didn't want to put the others' lives in danger. I snuck in alone to catch her off guard. I nearly got her, but you know well what Hellor is about to say next. He doesn't even realize that he's repeating his recent request word for word. His sick mind, stuck in an endless loop, cannot fathom that his hunt is over. Lori is the Spinner of Nightmares. Remember? I found her. Hellor stares at you blankly, and his jaw drops. What are you talking about? Of course Lori is not the Spinner of Nightmares. I've found the Spinner many times. Why are you playing tricks on me? I'm not crazy. Sincere incomprehension floods Hellor's resting eyes. His mind cannot bear the terrible truth and represses it like many times before. Well, now I know what crime you are guilty of. The Pathfinder stares vacantly, oblivious to anything before him. You already know. I once knew that Lori is the Spinner of Nightmares, but I forgot. I should have told. No, I should have stopped. This is all my fault. It has been the whole time. Well, what do we go for? You are hiding the identity of a criminal. Those who break the law, even unwillingly, don't belong in Dresden. Just banish him, or stay. The human mind is designed to protect itself. I clear you of guilt. I clear you of guilt? Yes, you forgive me, but I don't forgive myself and never will. Okay. And that's it. Wait a second. The trailer's gone cold again. So he's stuck in a loop? Well, that's not good. Well, okay then. Is that the quest finished? Oh. That was just kind of like a bit of a sad ending, really. It got into a loop and he will forever be searching for the Spinner of Nightmares. Okay then. Well, what do we do now? Well, I guess we could rest. That's an option. Or, actually no, there's a military council. That's what we do. Yeah, we go to the military council. Obviously. And then we jump out there. Straight into the council. Commander, the scouts have brought troubling news. Karamzadeh has been spotted near Threshold. He's gathering, no, not an army, but a horde, the likes of which we've never seen. All these victories you have had over him were an affront to the Abyss. The general the demons were most proud of, the one they revered, lost to some mortal, and the very thought of it enrages them. Now those who call themselves the champions of the Abyss are converging under his banner, the most wicked, brutal, and dangerous demonic warriors. We're not facing another skirmish, but a decisive battle. I will determine which of you deserves the title of the greatest military leader in this war. Captain Odan's eyes, despite his usually impassive demeanor, now gleam frantically. But Karamzadeh is not the only one with powerful allies. Your victories have elevated your authority to such heights that the best warriors of Golarion would consider it an honor to stand alongside you in battle. Why don't we send an official offer of military cooperation to Bolthun? Their imperial army is strong and disciplined and could be of great use to us. Lastwall and Mendev have much in common. Lastwall too must hold the line against dark forces. The Shining Crusaders are every bit as noble as the Mendevian Crusaders. Maybe we could call them to our aid. I would suggest contacting the Esoterium Lodge. It's a private and rather powerful Talaxian group of wizards from Corentine. Their members have combat experience. They are skilled spellcasters, and I know how we can secure their support. After a brief sly grin, Greybor puts on an innocent look and says, "If you want to get yourself some intrepid allies who know a thing or two about killing monsters, ask the Dragon Slayers. Sure, we're not a war of dragons here, but if a monster is big, scaly, and breathes fire, what difference does it make?" Who are these champions of the Abyss? A pack of the most vicious and skilled slayers of mortals one could imagine. Many demons see Golarion as their hunting ground. They boast about how many mortals they've killed, how many raids they've been in, how many prisoners they've captured. The very idea that a bunch of Golarions keep defeating a renowned general of the Abyss is anathema to them. Karamzadeh summoned them to join his retaliatory force. They all serve different demon lords, have different goals, rarely see eye to eye. They have only two things in common. They're all excellent and fearsome fighters, and they're all eager to teach mortals a lesson in obedience. Why can't we accept help from all who offer it? These are warriors and armies who take pride in their stature and invincibility. To be the ones who aided the legendary commander of the Mendevian Crusaders would bring them esteem, but to be just one of many would bring humiliation. Alas, they're not driven by a desire to save Golarion, but by ambition and their faith in you, and by their own pride. Okay, I want to hear the opinion of my advisors. Alright, how will Molthuni warriors help us, Captain Odan? Over the years that Molthun has spent expanding their borders, their army has gained a respectable amount of combat experience. Since the ambitions of the young state had to be backed with serious military power, they forged a national army, mostly made up of members of their underclass, immigrants, and even wild races like hobgoblins and nagas. To make such a motley horde into a real army, their officers created a system of absolute uniformity regarding equipment, tactics, and training. They enforce iron discipline, fearlessness, and complete subordination to commanding officers. Molthun is greedy and ambitious. Before you know it, they'll see themselves not as allies, but as friendly interventionists who have a stronger claim to the lands they've reclaimed from the demons than Mendev. Then we'll have another war. Alright, Greybor, did I miss something, or are we now fighting dragons, not demons? No, but the monsters that oppose us are just as mighty and immense. Why not make use of it? Dragon Slayers are a unique class of killer, given that their enemies are unbelievably powerful, and every hunt could be their last. They can be quite conceited, and won't enter just anybody's service, but our fame will certainly impress them. Dragon Slayers know how to handle a massive deadly opponent, and I bet ours won't be ready for what they have in store. Dragon Slayers do indeed live every day like it's their last. I've encountered them myself and can say with confidence that every one of them is a daredevil unable to envision a life without risk. The Crusade can find more worthy allies. Rachel, tell me about the Esoterium Lodge. They are based in Quarantine in southern Cheliax. The organization strictly follows the ideology of Hell and primarily consists of former and active members of the Chilaxian Navy. Given that Quarantine is simultaneously a key trading port and a military foothold against Gurun's expansion, the Lodge possesses substantial resources and does not shy away from military action. I'm aware that the Esoterium have been amassing their forces lately, seeking out talented spellcasters and training them in military and magical arts. We could convince them to use this might in our war. My brothers from the Order of the Chain hold some sway in Quarantine, and could serve as brokers in our negotiations. I've heard some dark rumors about that lodge. Those are some sinister allies, and I'd think twice about inviting them to join the Crusade. Sela, tell me more about Lastwall. They live in constant anticipation of being attacked because their neighbour is Vorlesh, the resting place and prison of the Whispering Tyrant himself. Lastwall has become a bastion of purity and the ideals of Iomedae. The whole country is preparing to mobilize at any moment to begin a new shining crusade. I doubt they'll send us the troops who are guarding the border, but many high-ranking and pious clerics could answer our call. Lastwall doesn't need their help at this very moment, but the evil in the north must be contained. I've been to the cathedral of Sancta Iomedea in the capital of Lastwall, and I've spoken to its prioress, Second Sword Knight Aeluna Varvatos. I'm sure that she and her fellows will answer our call. Everything is clear to me now. Alright, let's work this out. Well, it's a no to the Asterium Lodge. I don't trust Cheliax at all, so I think they're out. I think the Dragon Slayers Guild is not a great option either. So that leaves us with Lastwall or Molthun. Actually, kind of, I'm a little bit down on Molthun as well. I think Lastwall is the obvious choice. The only problem with Lastwall is that we're effectively saying, hey, stop powering up for your crusade against the Dark Forces. Power up for our crusade against the Dark Forces. Like, you know, it seems like we should be getting power from elsewhere, not from, like, you know, just stealing from the same group of people. But I think they're probably the best option. So let's have a look. Multhun is like a second choice if this turns out to be awful. So, all hardened veterans are promoted to arcanists. Fair enough. So this is going to be what all of these do. This is going to give them power. Dragon Slayers Guild. All hardened veterans are promoted to Dragon Slayers, which gives them less health but a ton more damage with the crossbow. Fair enough. Multhun. Hardened veterans are now honor guards. So damage is decreased, as is their health. I assume you get more of them. That's my only logic for that one. Then Last Wall's Aid. They're all promoted to Knights of Ozem. So they get more hit points. They get power. They get a little less damage on them though. But that could be okay. Extremely effective against undead, plus capable of resurrecting the dead. I choose Last Wall. Especially as they're, you know, a group of Iomedaeans. I was trying to think of the right way to phrase that word. But, like, they worship Iomedae. And we also, in theory, worship Iomedae. So that works out, backstory-wise. Great. I hope I'll get the chance to repay our brethren and help them in their wars someday. Well, we could certainly use new allies. The most gruesome battle in the history of the Crusades awaits us. Either we will prevail over Karamzadeh and the Abyss itself, or we will fall defending Golarion to the last. Commander. Captain Odan stops short and looks around the room frowningly, then shakes his head. I have a request, though this isn't the time to make it. When you have a spare moment, please come and find me. I would like to discuss something very important to me, something very personal. I'd be grateful if we could talk before our armies set out to battle the champions of the Abyss. You would like to join them? Almost certainly what he wants to say. And I'm guessing that's now spawned another army. Unless they were the ones in front of Threshold that we've already defeated. That would be really funny. Oh no, there's another one up here past last barrier. Look, 15! Wow, that's a strong army. Very weak numbers of troops, but I'm guessing that the leader probably gives them a little oomph. But, oh dear. Okay. That's something to look forward to. Wait, I think they're right next to our Atli battalion as well. That's pretty good. Right. Let's go see what he has to say. I bet he says, hey, can I join in the war? It's almost guaranteed that's what he's going to say at this point, right? Or can I be at the front lines? To which we say, sure, whatever you want. I don't care. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe we say it's not a good idea. Do you remember what happened last time? That's a tough one. Yeah. Quick save. Let's see what he has to say. Odan looks paler than usual. His voice trembles nervously. Commander, now that our troops are in excellent shape and ready for action, I request to be sent to the front lines to serve as a field officer. Why do you want that? Odan clenches his fists in desperation, a dramatic show of emotion for the normally imperturbable. Perturbable? A dramatic show of emotion for the normally imperturbable captain. I've been preparing for this battle for decades. My duty to my fallen comrades forbids me from hiding behind others. After a pause, he adds in a heavy voice. I'm tired of living under the weight of my sins. Perhaps in battle I can free myself of their burden. Are you sure you can handle going back to the front lines? All 200 of my dead brothers and sisters are waiting for me to do my duty. I will not allow myself to stumble under their gaze. So I gain leadership, logistics, and diplomacy points by keeping him at headquarters, or I can let him go. General Odan is recruited. Oh, but then we're going to have to use him in combat, otherwise I'm going to feel like we're missing out on the story. I will let you go, fight valiantly. We have to. Thank you, Commander. I will leave for the front lines at once. And he's gone. Okay. Well, that's going to be interesting. We may have to do it for weakened general as well. Shouldn't be a problem, but still. Ooh. Hello. I found a page that might interest you. The storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. The purple flame covers my eyes. I cannot turn away. It follows my gaze. I cannot close my eyes. It will follow me there, too. The heart of the tower burned out my sight, and I am not sure I will ever be able to see my dear Golarion again. Wounded, groaning from the consequences of Earthfall, but no less loved because of that. Exhausted, I sit down on the cold floor of the laboratory. All my work was in vain. I wasted my entire long elven life looking for something that turned out to be useless. I didn't understand what really mattered to me, Golarion. Such as it was before Earthfall does not exist anymore, but there is another new Golarion, a young one that is surviving, fighting for its life. By connecting it with another plane, I would have destroyed the new Golarion, making it an extension of the other plane. Instead of trying to save old Golarion, I should have helped the new one. I was supposed to preserve the memory of old Golarion, to gather the knowledge and heritage of the lost civilizations and give them to the world when it needs them. For at some point it will rise from the ashes without any help. I believe this now, and deep down I always have. So that's how you lost your sight. Looks like it, the storyteller chuckles faintly. I still see only this purple flame. After so many years, it has become quite dear to me. You almost opened the Worldwound. The storyteller nods sadly. You are right, it would have been a terrible crime against Golarion, a murder. At the time, it was much weaker than it is now. It wouldn't have been able to resist the demonic invasion. Luckily, I was wise enough to stop before it was too late. Please continue. Rise, elf. This is not the end, the masterful voice seems to ring in my head. A silhouette of an angel appears in the flame. Purple flames are reflected in her gleaming steel armor. She has no face, just two fiery eyes burning deep in the steel hood. Rise, elf, rise and bow to the will of Pharasma. The storyteller's voice changes subtly, becoming loud and adamant. Rejoice, elf, for the Lady of Graves has deemed you worthy. You pursued your goals despite the opinions of those around you and even fate itself, but you managed to stay your hand once you realized your mistake. You saved Golarion from yourself. For this, the Lady of Graves wants to give you a gift. You will become her usher, an immortal psychopomp. You will take a place at my lady's side and become the keeper of history, not just for Golarion, but for all the planes. In return, Pharasma requires one thing. Tear up your bark-covered notebook. Let the knowledge you obtained remain a secret from many generations of Golarions after you. The storyteller gulps involuntarily. Pharasma herself sent a herald to me for the first time in my life. I, the last archmage of Kyonan, who proudly looked into the eyes of demon lords, feel unsure. My hand feels for the notebook on the floor. My fingers run over the tree bark cover lovingly. I don't need eyes to recognize it. I know all its cracks and bumps. It's like my child, the only meaning of my meaningless life. I don't want to destroy it. I can't find it in me to obey the order of the Lady of Graves. You refused Pharasma herself? The storyteller tries to smile. I did a stupid thing, didn't I? I, the last archmage of Kyonan, was just a fool who had lost his purpose in life and then dared to disobey a goddess. If I were her, I'd have ordered the herald to destroy the deranged old man. Tell me about the herald Pharasma sent to you. The steward of the Skeen, warrior and herald of Pharasma's will. The Lady of Graves sends her to restore the balance of fates, and also to pronounce a great prophecy. Her interference in the fates of the world is almost imperceptible. Only a few remember meeting her. Don't eternal life and serving Pharasma merit the destruction of such dangerous knowledge? The storyteller remains quiet for a while, gathering his thoughts. My mind wants to say yes, I should have destroyed my dangerous notes that could have ruined Golarion, but my heart says the opposite. For this knowledge is also part of old Golarion's heritage. I, a child of that lost world, created it in my reckless pride. If I want to preserve all Golarion's heritage, do I have the right to choose which part of this heritage should be wiped out of history? Please continue. I'm ready to undergo any punishment for my refusal, but the steward of the scheme only looks at me quietly as if pondering something. The knowledge in your hands must not see the light. This is beyond question, but my lady is merciful and has agreed to make concessions. You will tear the pages out of your notebook, and along with it out of your memory. You will scatter the pages throughout the world, and your memory will be purged. You will be immortal, but pure, like a newborn babe. Use your new life to keep the memory of the fallen, and seek the truth about your own past. As soon as you remember this moment, you will lose your immortality, and will have to answer my question again. Will you choose to become a servant of Our Lady, or will you prefer to live out the short time you have left? Wait, as soon as he... as soon as he remembers this moment, so now? I find no strength to answer and only nod. The steward raises her hand, and we both find ourselves in a whirlwind. I see nothing but the purple flame and a glowing image of the herald. But the rest of my senses tell me that we are rushing through many places. I hear seagulls crying and smell the salty ocean air, followed by the rumble of a raging volcano. The bracing wind of the plains changes to the dry heat of a desert, and then the blistering cold of a snowy mountaintop. In each of these places I tear out a page and give it to the wind. It grabs the new toy from my hands and takes it far away to hide from me for many years. With every torn page I start to forget. What did I do in the Ivory Labyrinth? Why did I live in the Lucianera, and indeed, did I ever live there? The name Kinney seems vaguely familiar, but I don't understand why it should mean something to me. Maybe it was my own name. Exhausted, I fall down on the withered grass. I remember this is how the woods of my home, Keonan, used to smell. My mind drowns in the darkness. I don't see the steward any longer, but I still hear her voice. Look for your past, elf, and gather the stories of Golarion, for this is your calling. I name you the storyteller. When you remember this moment, destroy the dangerous knowledge that has once again fallen into your hands, and Pharasma will see you in her halls. And you, Naminde, help him with this. Help him make the right decision. The old man drops to his knees. His hands clasp the bark-covered notebook to his chest. His voice trembles. What should I do, Naminde? Should I accept Pharasma's proposal and be reborn? Refuse and die? Do we have to decide right now? I'm afraid so. The storyteller smiles awkwardly. Okay. Now, I'm a little bit selfish in this one. I kind of feel like we might delay this and might reload, because if he dies, then obviously, like, we're not getting that last item. So selfishly, I'm like, maybe we won't let you die and we'll just reload. But anyway, we'll play this straight for just now, and we may talk to him later. The storyteller smiles awkwardly. I feel Pharasma's heavy, silent gaze. She is studying me, evaluating my decisions. She is waiting for my reply. The storyteller lowers his head awkwardly. Forgive me for burdening you with this and asking for your advice. What do you want? Oh, if only I could answer this question, the elf chuckles cheerlessly. It would be safe to assume several thousand years would be enough to make a single decision, but obviously the last Archmage of Keonan is also the most indecisive creature on all the planes of this world. Then you got your name Storyteller from Pharasma. I suppose so. As for my real name, the storyteller smiles faintly. I remembered it, the name of the last Archmage of Keonan, an old, unwanted, unassuming name. It doesn't suit me anymore. I am the storyteller, and would like to remain so until the end of my days. What will happen if you accept Pharasma's proposal? I will die and be reborn in a new guise, and will join the servants of the Lady of Graves. The secret and dangerous knowledge of how to merge the planes of the world will die with me. I am free to live out the time I have left. The few years fate has in store for me. When they pass, I will die and enter Pharasma's halls, and give her my oath properly. What will happen if you reject Pharasma's proposal? I will stay here. I will keep my secret knowledge to hide it in the most faraway and safest place I can find. My age will catch up with me gradually, but I think I still have a few years to write books of the stories I have gathered, or to tell them to someone I will take on as an apprentice. As you see, any choice means a prompt death for me. But I am not afraid. I, having seen the death of thousands of civilizations and outlived time itself, know better than many what is enough. Interesting. Accept the proposal and destroy knowledge, or refuse, knowledge must be preserved. That's an interesting one for him. Well, listening to what the storyteller has said, it sounds like he would refuse. Again, he didn't want to destroy the knowledge. Maybe it is safer to destroy the knowledge, but he sees it as like the last remnants of his civilization, of his Golarion. Yeah, I think we refuse. I think I'm happy with this one. Knowledge must be preserved, not destroyed. It can't be inherently dangerous. It is made so by those who possess it. Also, I mean, it's not like he's the only person who knows how to do this. Areelu Vorlesh knows how to do this, and I bet some other people have also worked this out from this point in the story, so yeah, reject. There is wisdom in your words. The elf thinks for a while, but then nods resolutely. Pharasma, Lady of Graves, I have made my decision. I will keep my knowledge for Golarion. I reject your proposal. Nothing happens in response. No lightning strikes from the sky. The ground does not open wide under your feet. You just feel a gust of cold wind and hear a quiet sigh in its soft caress. Well, that's it. Now everything is over. I know my story, the one I yearned to know all these years, and that I had once hidden from myself. And all this is because of you. Thank you. You've given me the greatest possible gift, myself. No reward can measure up to your merits, but still, please accept from me a grain of the knowledge that you've helped me to discover. Tell me about Pharasma's gift. Is this the last one? Yeah. Okay, please continue. Please continue. Right, we've done that. Thank you for your stories. I can discuss your past. Okay, that just opens that one. I have to go. What did he give us? Yeah, what did he... He said he was going to give us something? Maybe he means, like, literally he's going to give us knowledge. Right, back here, back here. Yes, that was asking about Pharasma's gift. No reward can measure up. Please accept from me the grain of knowledge that you've helped me to discover. Ah, our reward was doing the quest. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think we got XP as well, but, you know. Just thought I'd check. Right, so we got that. That one's new. Restoring an ancient cloak is still available. Cool. We'll quick save. And then... Well... Then I think it might be time for us to just leave this area for just now. And maybe I'll try a fight with the new ally battalion and see whether we can defeat the level 15 army.
Follow me.
This sounds dangerous. Doesn't really matter who I'm bringing with me because, well, we're just going out into the world. This army's fine. Or, sorry, not the army. This party's fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. We're probably going to be immediately attacked as well upon leaving here because we're going to be attacked by the demon army to the north somewhere. No? Okay. Wait, can you not move? Oh, I'm not even a day past. I can't... Can I even move the ally battalion? No. Oh. I'm going to spend a day here. Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything I can do in here? Northern Lights I could do, but I want to wait a couple days for that. Alright, let's quick save. You're going to quick save and skip 2 days. Yeah. Hopefully we don't get fatigued. Wait, we get fatigued for waiting here? That's annoying. Right. It's being besieged. That's fine. Hell Knights. Attack. I'll quick save here as well. Oh, right. We now have the Knights of... Ozem. We could potentially bring those down to the to the other army instead of having them in this army, but whatever. It's fine. We at least get to use them. Rock throw. That's pretty good. Didn't get another turn. That's fine. Shoot the dretches. Just reduce their numbers. You have healing, which we could use, but I can also attack here. Let's heal. Oh, and then you get a turn. So why don't you attack? Nice. Move forward. We actually have quite a healer-heavy party here, which is kind of funny. Attack. They are dead. Attack. Move up here. Stinking Cloud doesn't work. It's bugged. Wonderful. Kill them. And shoot. Well, that worked. That one was not the tough fight. In case you had forgotten, that one was the easy one. Right. We've done it. Next one. This is the tough fight. The Ally Battalion versus the level 15 Demon Army. Well, let's go. The worst that happens is we lose. Wait a second. Reload, reload, reload. Realize something here. I forgot to do something. I forgot to change my general. Yeah, change my general over. If he's in as a level 1, I'm going to be disappointed, but still. In here. Recall. I'm going to replace you with Odan. He's a level 15. Master of Maneuver 3. That's fine, so we can have all of our troops here. He's got like some spells and things. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to assign him. Yes. Okay. Odan. It's time to try and get you to fight this army. I'm a little worried. Well, you know, we'll try. Okay. We immediately died. That wasn't good. Let's get ourselves some resistances before going in there. Oh my lord, we like immediately died. So first of all, switch our general. Right. You're gonna head... I'm gonna move you here just so it's easier to do it. Then I'm gonna use Amplify Resistance. Here we go, quick save. I can call to arms. Yeah, let's call to arms as well. So we have even more units in that army. Nice. We actually got mostly Mendevian Cavaliers. Right. That's fine. We can give them a penalty to morale. Let's go. Let's try that first. Buff us, give them a penalty to morale. I may try reducing their numbers afterwards. 0 is good. None of our armies are dead. You are against us, though. I hate that. The fact they hit twice as well really makes it worse. What do you have? You're burning liquid to our target unit. You can do damage. Slow. That's okay. Hold is also okay. Weakening trap. Penetrating strike. Hunt. Just slow all of them. Yeah. Then can you actually hurt anyone? These are traps, I think. Okay. That's like no damage. Good. When I step in the trap, it's going to trigger. Right. That is not triggering. I guess it maybe only triggers once you stay in it for a turn. Lay on hands others. Here. Yeah, that's fine. Run forward. Run forward. I really hope our archers come back. They're necessary. Okay. Attack. Does this do any damage? This does reasonable damage. Kill. I'm happy with that. Move forward. I don't know what these are then, if these aren't traps. I would love to get to the Lilitu, but I don't think we're going to be able to. There's only 2 of these guys left. That's horrible. Alright, let's load again and see whether this does the same thing. The problem is the Lilitu mind-controlled our archers. It's always the problem, but you know. So we lived through the... Well, we didn't even live through the initial fire burst this time. The Lilitu did the ones that were opposite them again. I wonder whether that's the same thing as last time. Yeah, that might be the same thing as last time, where they do the ones opposite them. Let's put our archers at the other side. I'm also going to split ourselves up just a little bit more in the hopes that we hopes that we reduce the amount of people coming in at us. And then here, I'm going to even go a little bit cheekier. I'm going to raise this one. How do I do it just to do that? There we go. Right. Let's now merge you back in. That's fine. Then I'm going to attack the demon army. Let's try this. So I've moved my units further apart so they might not all be hit by the same fire. Attack. Yes, they attacked in that corner. This is not ideal. Our archers, however, are still going. Alright. Well, slow them. Archers. Who is the most dangerous enemy? That's a great question. There's so many dangerous enemies. You are pretty dangerous. Alright, that's it. Guard. Turn this on, move forward. Turn this on, move to the side. That's fine. Took some debuffs. More being summoned. Don't know what you tried to do there. Try power word stun. Okay, you're not able to... Wait, you are able to shoot this turn. That's fine. Shoot him. I don't know if we're going to be able to recover. We have no healing, so we can't recover any of our units. Chill. That's annoying. Throw a boulder. I love how it looks like he was just kind of like chucking one half-heartedly. You could attack here, but I think you're better off just staying and guarding. That's fine. Right. Shoot. Fire. Chill. 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 Right. Get that one dead. We win. Alright, so what did we lose? We lost 200 of them. We lost nearly all of them. We lost 31 of them. We lost all of our Mendevian Cavaliers, and we lost our monks. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. Heroic victory, so we've defeated them. Now, what I want to check next is there any benefit to having done that with Odan? I guess I can go back to this army and have a look. Because if there isn't, I want to try that again without Odan. You know? Because if we can do it without Odan, while taking less damage, that would be better. And I suspect that we can. So let's see. We also worked out how the AI for the Lilitu works, which is pretty good. Pretty solid. Right. Through here. Oh, one of those.
Let us be off.
Up this way. Up this way. Right. Just keep running up here. But Captain Odan is not here. Citadel. There we go. Is that Captain Odan? I'm gonna skip through this for just now. We might come back to this later. Yeah, it's okay. So I think it was right that we did it with him. Oh god, I don't have a quick save afterwards. Ah. All right. Well, at least we know what the option is. Right. I'm gonna head here. We might reload it again. I'm gonna try and do this again. I think we can do it better as well. But let me try this again. I just want to check what he was saying. I'll make sure to quick save next time. I actually don't want this quick save. I want the older quick save. Yeah, because I want to keep the same general. And then I want to switch the army over. Buff. Yeah, okay. We know what to do. So, ally battalion. Move over here. Go in here. Split you out. Go back to this one. Call to arms. That somehow wasn't used on this army. Right. Reload the game. Try it again. I wish you could just click on the army rather than having to click on the base of the army. Like, the name of the army would be so much better here. Right. Move over here. Split them up. No. Split them off. Move them the tiniest step away. Ally battalion, move in. Merge them in. Right, so we then go like you. Something like that, I think, is actually a better formation for us. There we go. We're then going to, where are we? Buff and debuff. And then we're going to head round here and attack. Yeah, let's quick save here. Let's see how this goes. This should go okay. I think this is a slightly better formation than last time. We'll see if this works. Yep. That's fine. Mendevian Cavaliers are still dead, but we're not too annoyed. We're actually in a much better spot than we were before. Okay. So, shout. Shout. Cool. Shoot the Baelors. Because they can teleport to places. You're then going to shoot these guys. Because they can summon. Right, head in here. Guard. One of those. Move forward. Move forward. That's very annoying. Run forward. Attack. Run forward. Run forward. Took a little fire damage. Haste towers. Move forward. We got another turn. Shoot the Lilitu. Head there. Guard. Head there. Guard. This is fine. We're okay. We need a heal. Heal the marksman. Right. Shoot. Another turn, please. Thank you. Cool. We did it without losing any troops. That was pretty easy. Okay, cool. So that's how you're meant to do that one, when you don't have a terrible general. Right, so then we go back here, go into Dresden, and we'll have a little look and see how this one goes. To the street. And we'll do a quick save before this as well. And then I'm just going to check that the dialogue's the same, and we'll probably do it next time, I think. Yeah, that sounds okay. Right, so letting us in here. Otherwise, we have to go and do the Captain Odan fight again, except better. Quick save here. Right. Then I'll do the teleport into into the top, into our base here. Cool. Does he say we did it? Triumph, bloody bloody blah. Yeah. So it's the exact same dialogue. Awesome. That's all I wanted to check. Also, do you see there? That's something we haven't seen yet. That's really cool. I'll go to the load screen again so you can see that, because I only noticed it as I clicked on it. It's such a minor thing, but I'm like, oh, I didn't know it would do that. Right. Once we go in here, I know, I'm getting excited about how the saves look. But look at that. We're exactly 9 days and 2 hours. There's no minutes. Have we ever had one that's no minutes? No. This is the only one that we've ever saved, which has been like off of the hour mark. That's crazy. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. Next time we're going to start with the military council's end stuff, and then probably over to the Ineluctable Prison. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.